Hi everybody. I know you can't really see me. It's dark out. But I just wanted to get on here real quick and record this before I forget what I want to say. So, I spent the last 2.5 years saving to buy a vehicle. And bought my vehicle. And, spent the last... So I finally bought my vehicle, a little less than 2 months ago. And I spent the next 5.5 weeks, well, actually the next 6.5, 7 weeks, building the whole thing out, like, into a micro camper on wheels. Did all the cabinetry myself, built the bed custom to fit in the van by myself, installed all the plumbing. Oh, it's not that much. Bought a brand new refrigerator that's supposed to run off of my power station that I also just bought. The two of them together were $1,000. So anyhow, the power station is supposed to be able to run the refrigerator, and then the power station gets charged while I'm driving. Everything gets charged up while I'm driving, and then everything's supposed to run on its own and have a fully charged battery by the time I stop for the night. Well, that hasn't been happening. One, the refrigerator only works when the car's plugged in, because the outlet on my power station for the 9 volt, for the car battery, car cigarette lighter type charger, isn't compatible with the refrigerator. So I can't run the refrigerator off the battery. I have to run the refrigerator while the car is running. That means I can't charge my battery while the car is running. Or anything else for that matter. And because, if I have to charge my phone, or if I have to charge my Bluetooth, whatever, because I have to have my phone and I have to have my Bluetooth running so I can hear. Can't hear very well on my phone, with the speaker, it's very garbly. But anyhow, so I didn't want to hook up the solar kit to the roof because of undercurrent, or drag, wind drag, blowing my panels off my roof. So I can't install those and have them installed or on the roof while I'm driving. So that's another issue, because I was planning on charging the battery and running the refrigerator off of the solar while I was driving. Neither one of those have happened. So that was one disappointment. Unexpected disappointment. The second was that, the battery in the refrigerator and solar issue is the first. The second, is the fact that, I decided at the last minute that I would be able to bring Salem with me. I originally had it arranged for somebody to keep him for me. But I would have been more worried about him at home by himself, wondering what the heck was going on, only having somebody to come check on him and feed him every day, without spending any actual time with him. I would have been super worried about him. And then, so, because of the fact that I decided, at the last minute, the night before I was leaving, last minute, that I would be able to bring him with me. That meant I had to buy a cage to keep him in because he's too big for any kind of cat carrier. So I bought a cage crate to keep him in. Bought a bed to put in the crate. Got a big enough crate so that him and Bella could be in there together. I had to buy litter. I had to pack his litter box. Thank God I have one that comes, like, I just use a flat Rubbermaid container with a lid. I had to pack his 5-gallon bucket of dry food. I had to pack 5 cases of food for him. So all this extra stuff that I wasn't planning on bringing or wasn't setting up. When I did my setup, I wasn't thinking I was bringing Salem with me. So that took up a lot of unexpected room in the van to where I was planning on having nothing in the passenger seat except like my stuff. Well, now I got Salem's litter box in the passenger seat, so all my stuff is on the floor in the back of the van, taking up space back there. Which poses the next issue of, now I can barely walk back there. I can barely get back there without climbing over everything. So then another issue was the fact that, I can only drive for so long at a time before I have to stop, take a break. Or just stop for the day, depends. Like, if I started getting a headache, last night. I left my house at 11:30 in the morning. I stopped for the night at 3:30 in the afternoon. In all that time, I only drove 111 miles. And I was getting a massive headache. So I pulled into a truck stop and just stayed there for the rest of the day. Today, when I woke up, I was thinking I only had an hour more drive before I got here. It ended up being another 4.5 hours before I got here. Then when I got here, I missed the turn off to get in the place and had to drive 4.5 miles straight up into the mountains and into the forest on a 1-lane road, I kid you not. It was so hairy I couldn't even record it. So I had to drive 4.5 miles up the mountain on a 1-lane road, go over 1.5 miles on kind of like semi-flat land, and then come back down that mountain on the other side, another 4.5 miles, and then back up to the park, which would have been like another 3/4 of a mile. So that caused me to lose time. And in losing time, it cost me valuable setup ability. It cost me like 2 hours of time, because you could only drive like 25, 35 in most areas. So it ended up costing me like 2.5 hours. I was already not going to get here until 3:30, 4 o'clock. And that put me at getting here at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And of course, Salem's hacking up in the back. So then by the time I got here, in the middle of the woods, it was already like sun going down. It was too late to do anything other than make room to get through, get Bella out for the day, get the kids fed, get them some water, all that stuff, and then chill for the night. So that's all I was able to do. So then in doing that, Um, I sat here and I got to thinking, am I making a mistake? Am I doing too much? I got really discouraged today with everything that was going wrong. That by the time I got here, I was so mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. The last thing I wanted to do was, or could even think about doing, was just laying back and chilling out. So yeah, I got stuff on the floor in the driver's seat, under my feet. I got stuff on the floor in the passenger seat with Salem's litter box on top of it. I got the refrigerator and the battery in the center. Then I have to climb over to get to the back. But, so anyhow, I guess I need to, wow, it's 11 minutes already. I guess I need to make this short. So I started doubting myself, wondering if I was doing too much, wondering if I should just go back home, sell the van, sell the trailer, and just say screw it. But then I had to give myself some allowance and some credit, because what I didn't mention was that I only slept for 4 hours Monday night because I knew I was leaving Tuesday morning. I busted my ass all morning. I got up at 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning after only sleeping for 4 hours, and I busted my ass. I had to load I had to load the refrigerator in the van. I had to load the power station in the van. I had to put his litter box and all his food and all that in the van. I had to get everything hooked up so it could be running while I was driving. I had to load the refrigerator with food. I had to get, just so much crap before I even left it yesterday morning, that come 3:15 in the afternoon, I was dog tired and getting a headache, so I stopped for the day. So anyhow, and then last night, I don't think I slept very much. I know I slept hard, but I don't think I slept very long either. So I need to give myself a little ease and just decompress and think things through. So what I'm going to do is I got this spot for 2 weeks. I don't have to move. So I'm going to set up camp tomorrow. Start working on that. Set the mosquito tent up. Open the van up so the kids can come in and out of the mosquito tent. And get my gear out of the trailer. Get the trailer repacked because everything, fell forward in the trailer. So now I'm worried about if all my shit's broken in the trailer. And I won't be able to find out until tomorrow. But now that I'm here, I put the solar kit and their cage under the trailer for the night. So that way, I can move around a little bit easier anyway. I got the water hooked up. But yeah, it's just been a rough couple days, so I don't want to discount myself too much. I need to give myself some credit. And just take it easy on myself. But anyhow, it was a beautiful drive up here. Absolutely gorgeous drive, even through the hairy moments. Went through a lot of really cute, quaint little towns. And now I'm here in the middle of the forest. And first thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to start working on stuff. I'm going to get some breakfast, get stuff set up, get the kids situated better, and just hopefully relax and enjoy myself for the next 2 weeks. But that's going to be another test tomorrow, is trying to set everything up. If I can't set everything up by myself, then I'm definitely going to have to go home. So we'll see what happens. Alright, you guys, good night. Sleep good.